Welcome to another edition of Through the Fire and the SBN Small Business Network podcast. I am your host, Ryan Wickline. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about something that some parents and other people have been coming up asking me about how important mental toughness is and can you develop it in people? Well, first off, let me start out by saying there's usually three types of people. The first type is people that just overcome anything that's thrown at them. You just like in amazement that no matter what's thrown at them, they will overcome any odd and they'll win. They'll find a way to win. It doesn't matter. The second type of people, they have a lot of the traits and characteristics and have a little bit of the grit and determination, but they need it developed in them more. So they need you to put the work in with them to bring it out of them. And then the third type is people that want nothing to do with hard work. That when things get tough, they run the opposite direction. And no matter how much you want to try to teach them about being mentally tougher, they run away. So to me, mental toughness is one of the most important characteristics that a person can have. This is actually one of the traits that I used to look for in a lot of the kids that I used to work with before I decided to take a more active role and going one-on-one with them to develop them. Because let's face it, being successful is hard. It is hard work to jump levels in any sport or to do anything to make changes in areas that you're not very good at. There's a lot of failure, a lot of adversity, a lot of obstacles and challenges you're going to face. So if they have no mental toughness or any type of grit whatsoever, then usually I wouldn't work with them more one-on-one, like to get them to go to that next level, because they would have quit before we'd even get started. It'd be a waste of both of our times. I've tried that before, and a lot of times it just blows up in your face. So one thing that I used to do, and you guys are probably all going to think I'm crazy for doing this, which I probably am just a little bit, is I used to do track workouts with these kids. And if you go ask a lot of them, they will tell you they do not want to go to a track with me because these workouts used to scare them. So what I do is we do timed laps. So we'd start out at eight laps. And those were timed, and you had to get it under a certain amount of time. And then we drop it down to 6, then 4, then 2, and then a sprint. So you think about it, you're doing 14, 18, 21 laps in like a half an hour, 40 minutes. So a couple miles, like what, 3 miles, somewhere around there. We're doing like 3-4 miles at 14, 18, 20, 21. So 5 miles pretty much in the course of less than 45, 50 minutes. I mean, so what this was designed to do, it was designed to push these kids past their breaking point. I wanted them to see that if they were willing to push past that point when they were about ready to break and to just keep moving forward with it, and as I'm cheering them on the whole way to make sure they didn't quit, because the process is hard. So a lot of it is breaking them down and then building them back up. You had to break them down to get them to build them back up, to get mentally tougher, get them more confidence, get them to believe in themselves. And a lot of what they didn't understand was I was teaching them a life lesson that a lot of times they couldn't make the time, that it was almost impossible to make the time. I just wanted them to finish and to push as hard as they could to give me everything they had around that track. So I got a quick story here. So last year I had a 5th grader who wanted to do these track workouts with all these high school kids. And I think he knew when he got there that he kind of bit off more than he could chew. But I will tell you what, this kid finished this track workout, and he made it and just kept going. Like his dad told me that called me that later that night and was like, he's exhausted, but he did it. And that's all it is. It like building confidence in these kids to show them that no matter what's in front of you, if you just believe in yourself and keep pushing, you can accomplish anything in your life. Nothing's going to be harder than some of these workouts you give them. So it's like, so you go to a sporting event, guess what? It's not even going to be as hard as what you did the practice, what you just did. So it gives them more confidence. Had another kid that he couldn't get it under the times. And he didn't understand the times were impossible to make. Well, he couldn't live with that. He kept telling me, we're going to go back out here and run it again next week. And then the next week until I make it. I'm like, okay, we'll just keep coming out here. But he kept failing. But it was never about him making it. It was just about him getting stronger and seeing, hey, no matter what is thrown at me, no matter how hard it gets, I can control my mind and push my body past any breaking point. And that's what all it is about, is in building mental toughness, is pushing your body past when your mind is telling you to stop. So I'm not expecting any of you guys to go out there and do these track workouts. I mean, like I tell these kids, I would never ask you kids to do something I have never done before or wouldn't do myself. And yes, I used to do those track workouts in high school and at wrestling camps that we used to go to. It was a lot of what the college wrestlers used to do. So it could be done. They just weren't ready and prepared to get there yet. So one way you guys can build mental toughness is do a 30-day challenge. So I'd say by a 30-day challenge, we do 30-day challenges a lot with the mindset kids I do. So first thing they do is each day of the week, they choose something that is difficult, that is meant to make them step out of their comfort zone. So something that completely scares them. And they have to face a fear. So once they face this fear and do it, then the next day they have another challenge. So for 30 days, you are doing something that completely scares you. So another story here. When I go lift every day, a lot of times my mind will tell me, oh, you don't have to go as hard today. Well, guess what? As soon as my mind tells me that I can take it easy a little bit, guess what? I throw more weight on there and I push my muscles to failure. I make sure that I push my body harder and further than what I need to go. And each time you do this, you just move your breaking point further back and further back until you are just mentally tougher. And no matter what's thrown at you, you just know, hey, I can accomplish anything if I just keep going. No matter how hard it gets, I can keep going. So one thing I have noticed from actually coaching one-on-one with a lot of kids, there's coaches who don't believe in pushing their kids to be mentally tougher. I mean, and I think that's where we're getting wrong as a society, that we think that it's okay, let's just have as many kids on the team as we want. Well, guess what? It's our job as coaches to kind of challenge these kids, to make them stronger mentally, to push them past some breaking points, because nothing is going to be handed to anybody in life. So as soon as we start teaching these kids that it's okay to fall down a little bit, and it's okay to work hard, and it's okay to feel like quitting, but just you don't quit. You just keep pushing. We became so like bent on just participation trophies and making everything easy on kids that we forgot about developing the skills that they're going to need in life later on. I mean, I know a lot of adults that when hard work comes, they run away. And it's like, dude, nothing is going to be handed to you. How do you expect to accomplish anything in your life if you aren't willing to go through the dirt and get bloody to go get it. So in closing, mental toughness can be built if you're willing to face your fears and do what is hard. Remember, the only way to get what you want is to go through the fire.